And the hippocampus. It's involved mainly in memory and learning, so it's all good for that. This is actually the hippocampus right here. The thalamus right here is processes and integrates sensory information and relays sensory information to the cerebral cortex right here. The hypothalamus right here links brain and endocrine system, regulates hunger, thirst, sleep, and sexual behavior. Continue. All right. Moving on. In the hind part of the brain, right here, we have the medulla.
This guy, he has no clue. I don't even think he went to college.
This perhaps, you would lose all vital function, you would not be able to live. So it is actually a very important part of the process. But also the pons, which also helps with vital function. And next up we have the I wanted to say the cerebellum, which is also back here. It coordinates movement, balance, and posture. So you apparently do not have very good cerebellum. Your posture's terrible.
So I really don't know why we had this meeting today, but I got a lot of reading done. The phone book, it's 2006-2007, and I've been wanting to read this for quite a while. Way better than 2005.
As I was saying, the hippocampus, which is this long elongated object right here, is involved in forming new memories. The amygdala, this small red dot there, is involved in memory and emotion, especially fear and anger. So if you get angry, just blame your amygdala. The thalamus processes, right here, this blue dot, processes and integrates sensory information and relays sensory information to the cerebral cortex. So it's basically telling your brain what you're feeling and what you're seeing. And the hypothalamus, which is this line right here, links the brain and the endocrine system. So it regulates hunger, thirst, sleep, and stuff like that. So moving on, there's one last part, and that's the frontal area, which is right here. And that contains the cerebrum, which is the most complex part of the brain region. And also centers for the complex behavior and mental process, also called, as I said before, the cerebrum. There's two more areas, actually, that are not on here, but there's two areas that deal with learning and speech. The Broca's area, located right about here, is involved in the production of speech. So if you have problems learning how to speak, or your speech is messed up, it may be due to impairment in the Broca area.
Yeah, so my girlfriend suggested Harry Potter to me, and at first I was against it because, you know, I'm a huge Christian, and I changed my mind after I read the first one, and I fell in love with them. And then the fourth one right now, it's pretty confusing because there's no Quidditch, and at first I was very avid about reading it, but then, you know, the Triwizard started, and I went all Voldemort on that book.
After Broca's discovery, a young German neurologist named Karl Wernicke discovered another area in the left hemisphere that, when damaged, produced a different type of language disturbance. Unlike Broca's patients, Wernicke's patients had great difficulty understanding spoken or written communications. They could speak quickly and easily, but their speech sometimes made no sense. They sometimes used meaningless words or even nonsense syllables, although their sentences seemed to be grammatical. In response to the question, "How are you feeling?" a patient may say something like, "Don't go glow yes, bic bo spickers, didali do mick no rick mickle." Autopsies of the patients revealed the consistent damage to the area in the left temporal lobe that today is called Wernicke's area. And damage to either of these areas, the Broca's area or the Wernicke's area, will produce different types of speech disturbance or apasia. In most people, both areas are found in the left hemisphere. I hope you guys learned something out of this speech I had to give. I hope it continues to help you in your endeavors.
No way! Man, Moody was Barty Crouch the whole time! What a waste!
No way! Pineline Farms Bakery moved to Schofield.
What? Suggestion! Never read Goblet of Fire. It is a waste of your time. 3 months I read that book. Okay? 3 months. And ending? No Man, I'm Moody. Doesn't even exist, really. Some other weirdo that, you know, the whole time, kind of a creeper. You know? I'm done with Harry Potter.
This meeting was the biggest waste of time I have ever had. I mean, I thought Chinese checkers was bad. But this takes the cake. I mean, these guys don't even want to learn. The one guy was reading Harry Potter during it. I mean, he wasn't even paying attention to me. And the other guy, reading the phone book. Who reads the phone book? He must have something wrong with his cerebral cortex. I swear. What? And this is just uncalled for. Uncalled for. I'm done.
I think they really got a lot out of it. They acted like they really enjoyed it. I think they had fun. So that's really the most important thing. And, you know, if it brings up work morale, that's great. Those guys aren't going to screw off in the field anymore. Right? Brian, or whatever his name was, who did the presentation, he said it went great. So, and Frank suggested a great book, so I just started reading.